Hi, welcome to my channel, Phenomenal Lifestyle. Before I get started, please like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. I just started. Let's see, today was a day. Today was a day. I started my morning off, well, 11-ish. I started my morning off with Starbucks. I went to Starbucks and I actually ordered something off of the secret menu. Do you guys know about the secret menu? Like Starbucks has the menu that's up on the board, but they have a secret menu. So I ordered something. It's a tea called Medicine Ball. It's like a steamed lemonade with two tea bags, two different types of teas brewed with honey. So that's how I started my day. I was on my way to the dentist, and that was in between. So had to go to the dentist. I broke a tooth on my bottom molar. I grind my teeth. I wear a night guard at night, but somehow I still managed to break a tooth. So before it got too bad and I needed a root canal and all of that, I had to get it fixed. So how about, okay, so first of all, if you know about the secret Starbucks menu, please comment below with what you order off of that so I can try it. I want to try some more stuff off the secret menu. I love the medicine ball. It's like mentholy and lemony and all that. It's good for your throat. But I want to try some of the stuff that you know about. So comment below. So after I left Starbucks, I went straight to the dentist. Had an 11:30 appointment. And I swear they started on time and it went 12:30, 1:30. It went 2.5 hours. She was seriously doing some work on my tooth. And I always get nitrous, which is, for those that know, the happy gas where you get the oxygen and the happy gas. It's called nitrous. I always get that. It's $100 extra, but I always get it. I'm one of those people that love the dentist. I've always loved the dentist. I always loved happy gas. I've always loved being in an altered state. I don't know why. Since I was little, like I can go and literally I would pay the dentist when I walk in and she sees that I'm her next client and she's doing some serious work. She was like, "Oh, she needs nitrous." I'm like, "Oh, I got it taken care of at the front desk." So we're doing all that chit chatting. So I got the tech on my left, and she was a nice woman, a new woman. She was new to the office, and talking to her. Then I got my dentist on the right. So we're talking, going through small talk. You know, how are you? Where are you from? How long you been here? She's only been in the Atlanta area for like 4 years, from New York. I could hear her accent. I already knew that, even though I still asked her. And so I'm talking to her and all that. And so then I get numbed. You know, they get that big injector needle and numb you. So all this side was numbed. And then, so the dentist walks away. And so I'm just doing a small chat with her. And she told me that when she moved here, I guess this is like her retirement home. She's a little bit older than me. So she just started unfolding about her life. I'm telling you, when I meet people, they tell me their whole life story, like a quick version, but their whole life story. So we're talking. Found out we live in the same city in Metro Atlanta. And she bought a house on like 2 acres. Her sister moved here with her. And she was telling me about the fruit trees on her property. She's like, "I got a peach tree. I got a plum tree." She was like, "And I have a banana tree." I was like, "A banana tree?" I didn't know that bananas grew in Georgia because I thought they only grew in tropical areas. So I was like, I would love to get some bananas because we eat them all the time. She was like, "Oh, just come by." So she told me the street that she lived on, right? She didn't give me the address. She never gave me the address. She told me the street she lived on. She told me she had 2 acres. So I just know by what she said that it's just very few houses on this street. And then she told me there's 2 pillars with lions on top. So I'm already knowing it's like a mini mansion or a mansion. So I'm like, okay, cool. She thinks I'm not coming over, but I'm going to come over and get some bananas. So that's that. So Dennis comes back in. I'm numb. By now, I got the nitrous on my nose. I'm numb. And I got the big block on this side to hold my mouth open. Look at the picture. So we start talking about the coronavirus. Because that's like, I don't know. She was, because she was saying that she was about to travel out of the country. And I was like, I'm trying to talk. I can't talk at this point because I got the numb side. I got the block in my mouth. And she was like, I'm going to Portugal. And I was like, because that's not really on the list right now. We got all the countries that's on the list that have cases, Italy and China and, all the countries. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, wow, she's bold. In my mind, I'm like, she's bold to be traveling out of the country right now because, like, the shit has really hit the fan with coronavirus. You know that because today the president did his announcement. I mean, not that he's well-versed in medical issues, but he basically read all the stuff the CDC is saying and that we are worried about it. He threw $2.5 billion at the problem, this and that. And it reminded me of earlier this month when I traveled to Miami for the Super Bowl. I got into an argument which could have turned into a fight with a woman because on the way from Atlanta to Miami, I wore a face mask. I had never flown with a face mask before. I wore a face mask. And on the way back from Miami to Atlanta, I wore a face mask. The only time I took it off was to sit down and eat before my flight. So I'm sitting down eating. There's a woman standing on the other side because I was like at a bar area where my food was here. There was a higher bar and she was staying on the other side. And she coughed. I'm eating. I didn't say anything the first time. And she coughed again. She didn't cover her mouth with her hand, didn't cover her mouth with her arm like you're supposed to do if you're polite so that your germs won't spread. And I told her, I was like, you got to move. I said, you're coughing over me. You're coughing over my food. She was like, oh, I'm healthy. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. Like, stop coughing over me. You need to move. And I never stood up. I never had to do anything. And as she was moving, she was talking shit, doing all this stuff. But she didn't know I had backup, the people I was traveling with. So I diverted that. I mean, I literally would have been arrested at the airport. But anyway, so now coronavirus is serious. We got, 50-something cases. Well, what did the president say today? However many cases in the U.S., over 80,000 affected worldwide, blah, 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 blah. It's serious. I look on my timeline today, and there's ads. There was a CDC ad about the coronavirus on Facebook today. I mean, that's how you know. That's how you know it's serious. The president finally addressed it after weeks of saying it wasn't going to be an issue. He finally addressed it after the stock market dropped, 1,000 points? All my shit is red on the stock market. I'm not even looking at it for a few days. Everything's red. Red, 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 red. Because people think that, the economy might crash because this is really spreading. So, now, picture this. So, I'm laying in a chair, got my apron on, this side is numb, got the block in here, I can't talk. You got the thing that stuck the spit out, the water thing going. And my dentist tells me a story. She's Asian. And I really didn't know what type of Asian until she said this story. She said, well, my family is Vietnamese. And she said, I remember vividly when I was a kid and my mother, she said, my mother, oh my God. I'm thinking about this now. She said my sister had asthma really bad. And my mother gave her bat's blood to drink. Did you hear me? Bat's blood to drink to cure the asthma. Now, if you remember when this story and the disease and first started coming out, it was all these articles and stuff about it coming from animals, and not just animals, but specifically bats. And I was like, nah, people don't eat bats. She told me her mother gave her sibling bat's blood, and it was a Vietnamese cure for asthma. So it's just all making sense now. Like, this is really serious. Like, what if companies shut down? What if schools shut down? Like, what are we going to do? What if it really becomes an epidemic? Like, it's really serious. And I can't respond at this point. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to do all this stuff and I can't even respond. I can't ask anyone questions or nothing like that because my mouth is numb and I got the thing in my mouth. But I was blown away. I was blown away. So that confirmed for me that in other countries, people eat animals such as bats or parts of their body for cures and possibly get diseases from it. So we don't know how it's spreading. We don't know how it starts, how it spreads. But that's scary. That's serious. It's very serious. So that's my bit on the coronavirus for the day. So after I left the dentist, I came home, and had to get ready for a baseball game. So there's a baseball game today at Westlake. Shout out to Westlake for beating Creekside 16-1. My son actually pitched the top of the third inning. He got one person hit off of him, but he struck everyone else out, had a defensive play, and they won. So thank God, because if the game wasn't stopped by the 15-run rule, we would have been sitting outside in the freezing cold. It had to be in the upper 30s, maybe low 40s. Freezing cold. We would have been sitting for 7 innings. So shout out to Westlake. What else? Oh, when I came, I couldn't cook today, so I actually stopped at a wing place. There's wing places everywhere in Atlanta, and got some lemon pepper wings and fried okra. Ate that. And if you wonder how I get my energy every day to do what I do, I came home and I had a package, and it was my NutriBurst. This is one of the products that I sell through TLC, and it's a liquid vitamin. I take a capful every morning, and it's the amount of nutrients in it is equivalent to 10 salads. So I had run out. I'm happy that this is here to help me get through the rest of the week. I take it every morning. Actually, my son's going to start taking it because he has long days like his mother. What else? Because it's safe for kids. So what else? That's all I can think of. Oh, before the baseball game started, this is just random how my days go. Just random. I got a text from my cousin saying to make a call. So I called this person. Uh-oh, there goes my timer. I'm making meals for tomorrow, my meal prep. So real quick, I talked to a very famous 80s rapper on the phone today. Very famous. One that wore glasses, and one that you probably wouldn't recognize without them or without his whole outfit. Kool Moe Dee. I'm not going to tell you why or how or what we talked about, but just random. Talked to Kool Moe Dee on the phone at the baseball game. So that was my day. Thank you for visiting my page, Phenomenal Lifestyle. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Talk to you later. Bye. Kenny Drisker, this is for you. Shout out to the Bay. Yeah.